Hey guys, so we're gonna learn, yeah, it doesn't really have a name for the routine, but it's 2 tricks, and I have to throw a huge shout out to Xavier Spade for just teaching the Kelly bottom deal, because that's our first trick, right? So I'll shoot a link below to his video. Go watch that, because he does an excellent job at teaching it. But what it is, I'll go over it quickly. It's basically a force of any card down to the bottom of the deck, just like so. So what's going on there? Now it's slightly modified by X in his video, and I agree with him completely. The original is just a force of any card, but it's done horizontally or parallel like that, from forward to back, right? And now it's on the bottom. But I do like the idea of coming in on a diagonal or a little bit from the side, because it just seems more natural. There's a bit more nuance to it, and there's a bit more going on, but I think it's worth practicing that way. It just feels better, really. And I like to feel better. Yeah. But so the basic mechanics of the Kelly bottom placement is it can be, like I say, any card. You could do a dribble force or just run through it like so, and you're gonna grab this card in almost a biddle grip. It's slightly modified just because your fingers are gonna be kind of curled over this packet a little bit. You can leave it like this in a natural position, but when you start pulling away, you're gonna curl your fingers over this packet a bit. So try and get it kind of in that first knuckle when you go and grab it, like so. It's just a habit to build off the first place, then you don't need to think about it ever, right? It's easy. So grab a card, show your spectator like so, in a biddle grip. And now when you're coming down and you have a little bit of cover here, right? What's happening is you're gonna take these fingers here and you're just gonna kind of kick it back and out like that, right? Back and out. But you're gonna start doing that maybe about here when you're coming in, okay? Notice I have a little bit, I angle my recovery just slightly this way. It's just because I have more hand cover on this side, so you don't see that drop of the card, even though that's why you're kind of kicking it back, like that. Now when you're coming in, as soon as my 3 fingers here have cover of this packet, you're gonna move them out of the way, of course, to retrieve that bottom card, like that. Okay, see how I have the cover? I can bring in that bottom card like so. Still have the cover, square it up a little bit, and I can also bring my fingers back at that point. So when I bring my hand back out like that, they look like they never moved. And there we are. Practice it. It's a pretty easy move, really. You'll get the hang of it really quite quickly, and it's actually pretty fun. Big utility move too. I have used it for a long time, really. I never knew what it was called though, so thank you, Xavier. I was looking for it, but it's hard to go to like Google and be like, hey, card you hold in biddle grip goes to bottom clip thing. And then it doesn't tell you anything, right? Of course. So thank you, Xavier, and that's why I'm bringing you up in this. But now that your card's on the bottom, we're gonna do one of the simplest color changes ever. You're gonna love this because it is easy. Yeah. So now I like to do a little bit of patter while this is on the bottom, because they still feel that you haven't done anything. It's somewhere in the middle, right? So I'll hold it in my opposing hand and just kind of necktie it a little bit, just to keep the cover, right? But when I'm coming back into this, I'm gonna kind of clip this bottom card like this, just a little bit and side jog it when I'm bringing it to a natural placement, but I'm gonna continue that motion, okay? And what we're gonna do, just while bringing it over to here, we're gonna side jog it, and with the cover of that hand, push it over to about that point. Okay, so now we're in what looks like a natural dealer's grip here. Okay, but then I'm gonna bring my hand just out a little bit, so I have the room to clear that without a huge click in the card for a sound, because nobody likes big clicky cards. So like that, and we're just gonna square it up a little bit and reveal. Reveal. Right? So very simple. You can just do it from a standing too. And the key from a standing is try and keep this index finger still. Okay, so if it's there, you can just kind of kick it down just a little bit like that, right? Provide the cover, and there we go. So in the standing one, once again, basically just kicking this card over, and then with the cover, squaring it up like that, and reveal. Yeah, massive utility to that. And one of those moves you just don't have to think about once you've built a couple habits, like keeping these fingers still when doing it, or if you can get it in some sort of movement like that, it's very natural. It's a nice move. Nice thing also is it doesn't change the deck like passes or other weird shuffle controls and stuff like that, right? So quite magical, really. People overthink a lot of things. That one's easy. Play with it. Fun to practice. You can run through the entire deck like this and just build habits. See? Just keep going. It's nice, right? You can work it into so many routines. Can be vanish even if you set it up the right way. Lots of reveal, control, anything. Play with it. I don't know what it's called. I'm sure millions of people have done that before. Yeah, once again, I'm counting on a different magician to teach it so I know the name. Actually, I haven't done enough research on that one really to pinpoint a name. My apologies. But yeah, regardless, very fun to practice. Simple move. Play around with it, but we'll do that whole routine once again, just with a talk through. Very easy. We'll do a bit of a dribble force like that. Show our spectator. Biddle grip, remember? Kelly bottom placement. Okay. And then once again, we'll do a bit of patter here. Do our swing in and reveal. Nice move. Have fun. Take care, guys. And thanks for watching this.